This is Science Mentor, and in this lesson you will learn how to filter your data if you only want to display records that meet certain criteria in Excel. By filtering information in a worksheet, you can find values quickly. You can filter on one or more columns of data. With filtering, you can control not only what you want to see, but what you want to exclude. You can filter based on choices you make from a list, or you can create specific filters to focus on exactly the data that you want to see. On the Data tab, in the Sort and Filter group, click Filter. Click the arrow in the column header to display a list in which you can make filter choices. Selecting values from a list and searching are the quickest ways to filter. When you click the arrow in a column that has filtering enabled, all values in that column appear in a list. Use the search box to enter text or numbers on which to search. For example, I search for Jane in the list. Adding your selection to previous filtering, you should check the box of Add current selection to filter. Use clear button to remove all filters that you have made before. Advanced text filters can be used to display more specific information, such as cells that contain certain number of characters, or data that excludes a specific word number. For instance, I want to search data that equals to Kyle or Bella for the first column. Using a custom text autofilter, you can filter a list of data by a specific condition you set. For example, in the first column, it is supposed to find a text that begins with A and does not end up with I. And Alexa is the only name with this criteria. Similar to the previous example, you can also create a custom number autofilter. For that purpose, you can use the same data range. In this example, let's filter only ages that are greater than 22 or equal to 18. Also, you can access to all data from drop-down menu and you can choose from the list. If you need to filter data in different column to access to your special criteria, you can do that by clicking an arrow on the top of each column and choose the data that you need. For example, I want to search Alexa, Ali, and Bella in the first column and finally choose one of them who is 20. For a table, filter and sort criteria are saved with the workbook so that you can reapply both the filter and sort each time that you open the workbook. However, for a range of cells, only filter criteria are saved with the workbook, not sort criteria. If you want to save sort criteria so that you can periodically reapply sort when you open a workbook, it's a good idea to use a table. This is especially important for multi-column sorts or for sorts that take a long time to create. For example, I search for gem for the first column and I add another row at the end of the table. If I reapply the filter, the added row will disappear because it is not included in my criteria. Finally, to turn off filtering, you can click on Filter button and arrows will be removed from top of columns. Thank you for liking this video and subscribe our YouTube channel for the latest videos.